Hello everyone, this is Kapil Sharma from Bright Skills. My today's video is on Wazuh. Wazuh is an open source security platform. It is enterprise ready security monitoring solution for threat detection, integrity monitoring, incident response and compliance. So there are different feature functions which is available in this. We can utilize this for our day-to-day security monitoring purposes. The feature functions of Wazuh are security analytics, intrusion detection, log analysis, file integrity monitoring, vulnerability detections, configuration assessment, incident response, regulatory compliance, cloud security, container security. So all these feature functions are available in this. We can deploy this in our infrastructure and we can start utilizing all these features functions. So in this video, we are going to see how we can deploy Wazuh. So there are two different methods of deployment of Wazuh. One is directly download the OWA file, which is a virtual image, and deploy it in our virtual application like VMware or VirtualBox. And the second method is create a Ubuntu or maybe a CentOS machine, and on top of it deploy the applications like Wazuh, Kibana, Elasticsearch, and all this. So in this tutorial, we are going to see how we can download the OWA file and how we can set up that OWA file in our local environment and do some hands-on practice on Wazuh. So for downloading Wazuh, you can go to this wazuh.com. If you want some information about Wazuh, what Wazuh is, how it is being used, uh, from where we can download it. So all this information is available in this platform. For downloading Wazuh, we will go to this documentations.wazuh.com, and here you can see there is complete installation guide is available. Download is also available in this only. So there are different versions of Wazuh are available, starting from 2.1 to latest 3.12. So we will download 3.12, which is the current and latest version. We will click on this, and here you can see this is the virtual appliance available here. So here there is a link. When you click on this, it will start downloading OWA file. Okay, and in that OWA file there are this many things installed. So things like CentOS 7 as an operating system, Wazuh application, which is 3.12.3 version, Wazuh API, Elasticsearch, FileBeat, Kibana, and Wazuh app. So these are all the things which is installed in this OWA file. The other informations like what is the password of that OWA image and what is the API password, all this information is available here. Which are the main configuration files you can see from here, and how to start, stop, which are the services to be used. So all this information is available here. So I have already downloaded the OWA file. So we'll start VirtualBox and we will uh, so I have already downloaded the OWA file and I have imported that OWA file into my virtual box. I will just start this VM. The configuration which is minimum required is I will show you that configuration. It should have minimum 4 core of processor, and RAM should be minimum 8 GB, or we can start with 4 GB of RAM as well. Kindly note one more thing, that this OWA file is can be used only for the testing environment, not for the production environment, because when so much of data will be generated, so that will require a good compute power and a good compute space. Okay, so it is always recommended, if you want to use it for the production environment, create a cluster of it and then start it in the production environment. And sturdy, So this is the good option to start with, or the OVA file, which is having all the functionalities in one single image. System is getting up. We will wait for 5 more minutes. Yeah, it is up and running. So the username is root, password is Wazuh. That's it, we are logged in. Now we will go and check what is the IP address of it. So IPADDR is the command. Here is the IP address which we have got, 192.168.15.99. So what we will do is we will go to the browser and open 192.168.15.99. Yeah, it is going to be HTTPS. It is not HTTP. Okay. You can see that Kibana dashboard is getting up and running. Yeah, so here is the main dashboard of Kibana. From here you can go to browse it to Wazuh app. Just click on this Wazuh icon. Yep, here it is. This is the main dashboard of Wazuh. There are different functionalities here. Overview. So overview is this is the main page of overview. If you want to go and change some configuration, you can go to management. If you want to deploy an agent, or if you want to view an agent, you can go to agent, and then there is a dev tool. There is a command line functionality which you can just perform the add the commands and get the output. So here are some of the functionalities which you can see here. Security events, you can monitor security events. Integrity monitoring, wherein you can monitor the integrity check. Policy monitoring, so there are predefined policies which are already available in Wazuh. So all the policies are being checked against all the agents which you install. System auditing, again, some best practices, the policies are created for system auditing. So that will again go and check with all the agents. Vulnerability, this is not by default enabled. We need to enable this functionality, wherein all the feeds of different operating system, like vulnerability database, is being downloaded first, and then using those database, it will just start accessing your agent and start searching for vulnerabilities. Once it scans all the vulnerabilities, it will show you a good nice dashboard. Then for regulatory compliance, you can go and check the regulatory compliance. Nowadays there are different compliances which are there, and we have to follow some certain compliances. So PCI DSS, GDPR, HIPAA, and NIST. So these all are compliance. You can go and check if you want to add your web server which is having some of the compliances requirement. You can deploy an agent on top of it, and then you can go and check whether your server is PCI DSS compliant, or GDPR compliant, or HIPAA compliant or not. So this is it for the installation part. One more thing we need to keep on checking, that we must have the active internet connection in the operating system. So we'll just go and check. Yeah, it is having active internet connection, because internet connection will be required, wherein it will go and download all the feeds from the internet. So when we click on overview, so this is the main dashboard. Currently you can see there are no agent installed. Total agent is 0, active agent is 0, disconnected is 0, and never connected is 0. We will go and click on management. Here you can see there are different rule set. We will go and click on management. Here you can see there are different configurations available for you. Rule sets are available. When you click on rule sets, uh, there are different predefined rules which are available. If you want to make the change, if you want to make changes in it, you can go and make the changes. If you want to go and see what rule configurations are, you can just click on that. You can read the configuration file. If you want to create your custom rule, you can create your custom rule as well. Or if you have some rules available with you, you can import those files here directly. Groups, you can create groups, and you can add your different agents in different groups. Configuration, so this is the main configuration. uh, Configuration includes uh, different parts. First one is main configuration, which is the global setting. Cluster, if you are having a group of servers and creating a cluster of Wazuh, then this is the setting which is applicable for you. Registration services, wherein your agent and your server, so that is the connection which is being created using this registration service. Alerts and output management, this is for if you want to get an email alerts, you can configure email alerts in this. Integration, if you want to integrate with some of the third-party application like Slack or VirusTotal, PagerDuty integration or external API. Auditing and policy monitoring. So policy monitoring settings are available here. Uh, System threats and incident response. So in this, vulnerability, OS query, inventory data, active response, command. Log data analysis, it is log collections, integrity monitoring, agentless, and cloud security monitoring is Amazon S3. Okay. So when we click on this edit configuration, you will see an XML file which is available here. You can go and modify the file. So for example, if you want an alert, you can just go and change this alert log to yes. You can define your smtp details here so that all the notification can be sent to your email regularly. Which connections, on which port this Wazuh is going to connect to your agent, that is 1514, which is a UDP protocol. Policy monitoring, you can see that in policy monitoring it is by default disabled, yes. So you just click on no, you can type no, so that means it is not disabled. There are different things which is going to check files, yes, check trojans, yes, check dev, yes. So you can read this entire configuration file, you can make the modifications as per your requirement. The other thing is CIS cat. Again, it is disabled by default. If you want to enable, you can enable it. OS query integration, if you want to enable, you can enable it. System inventory, it is by default disabled. We will just enable it. SCA, again, system auditing is not enabled. We will just enable it. Vulnerability detector is enabled. No, we will just enable it. So in this vulnerability detector, you can see that provider names are there. So these are all the feeds wherein Ubuntu, Canonical, Trusty, these are the versions of Ubuntu. Okay, so all the feeds will be downloaded from the Ubuntu websites vulnerability database, and it will again go and check. It will keep on checking that vulnerability database again and again. So it keeps your vulnerability database updated always, and it keeps on checking all the agent against those vulnerabilities. So we will just enable all this. Uh, Red Hat, yes. NVD is for National Vulnerability Database. It is for Windows. So for all the Windows vulnerabilities, it is going to be downloaded from NVD websites. And from when you want to update your database, you can specify the year. Let's say I want all the vulnerability database to be updated from 2002 till now. So if you're having the operating system which is like XP or Windows 7, so all the vulnerabilities which are available in those platforms can also be covered in this. File integrity monitoring. If you want to go and check certain folders, if someone modifies that file, then you must be getting the alert, or you must be getting the report that what is being changed, who has done the changes. Likewise, so this is it for the configuration part. Once you are done with the configuration, you can just simply click on save and restart manager. So when you restart the manager, it will go and restart the uh, Wazuh manager. So from the configuration point of view, we are done. If you want to go and check the configuration again, instead of going and clicking on edit configuration, we can go and check uh, like global configuration, what are the parameters which are enabled. It is, yeah, here it is. Yes, yes, no. So all these configurations are available here, just in a view only mode. Okay, and if you want to go and see the vulnerability thing, we can see which are the detector is enabled, which are the providers we have enabled. So here you can see we have enabled for Canonical, Trusty, Xenial, Bionic, Jessie, Stretch, Buster, Visi. So these are all the operating system. These are the versions of operating systems. And NVD is for the Windows. So here we have specified that all the vulnerabilities update from. So it is from 2010 for Red Hat, 2002 for NVD. Okay, you can change it according to your needs. So that is it about configuration point of view. Again, we will go to the management point. If you want to go and see the status of your Wazuh server, you can go and check the status, which all are the services which are running, what is the version of Wazuh, and so on. Go and check the logs, what things are happening in the backend. You can go and check all the logs. If you want to play it real time, you can play the real time logs. Here you can see that different logs are being there. The we have enabled the vulnerability detector feeds for that, and it is downloading the vulnerability database for Ubuntu, and it is finished successfully. So all such logs are available here. You can go and check the cluster. This is currently disabled, so if you want to enable it, we need two different systems or maybe multiple systems for enabling the cluster. Reporting part, if you generate any report from the agent, that report will be displayed here, and from here you can just click on download and your report will be downloaded. So we will see how the reports can be downloaded once we deploy one agent. So now we will go to the agent part. Just click on agent, Windows agent. We will not go by this, we will just go and download the agent from the Wazuh website. For downloading the agent, you can go to this documentation.wazoo.com, again the same current version. Kindly note that if you go and click on, if you type in like download Wazuh agent, it will take you to the Wazuh website, but the version might not be the same. So you always need to keep on checking the version on which version you are currently in the documentation uh, web page. So here it is there for Windows. We will just click on agent. So the agent is downloaded. We will just click and install. I'm installing it on my Windows machine. So the agent installation is done. Now the configuration part. Here is the agent manager. So it will look like this. We need to enter the IP address of the Wazuh manager. 1.10.99 is the IP, and we need to add the authentication key. So we will see how we can generate the authentication key. For that, we need to just log into uh, Wazuh manager 10.99. IP address is different. 1 second. 15.99 is the IP. So for we are here logged in with the Wazuh manager in SSH. We will now go to var osac etc bin manage agents. So this is the command we need to execute. When we click on this, this is the window which we will get. Here you can see there are different options: add agent, extract key from the agent list, already added agent, remove agent. Okay, so we will just click on add agent. We will give the name of the machine, lap, IP address 192.168. I will just go and see what is my IP address. 15.235 is my current IP. Agent ID is by default 001. We will just click on yes. Now we have added the agent. Now we will extract the key. Just click on E for extracting the key. Type in your the ID of the agent 001, and here is the key. Now we will go to this and paste it here. I will just change the IP address and click on save. Once you save it, you will see that the information which we have entered in Wazuh manager, it will be reflected here. So that means the information is correct. Click on OK and click on start. Agent has been started successfully. Now we will go to Wazuh. We will click on agents. Here you can see there is one agent connected. We have given the name lap1, lap ID 001, IP address of my machine, status is active, what is the operating system, what is the Wazuh version, and so on. We'll click on this machine and to get further information of it. Now it will start collecting all the information like security events, integrity monitoring, policy monitoring, security assessment, and all these things. So now we will go to security events. Here we can see all the events which are there in your events of the Windows machine. It will start getting displayed here. It will take some time to get collected. Integrity monitoring we have not yet configured. Inventory data, it will collect all the inventory which is there. So here you can see the nice view of inventory. What is the configuration of your system? What is the which are your WAN interfaces? Which are your network ports listening? What which are your network settings? Which is the recent updates which you have installed, Windows patches? Which are the packages, I mean which are the application installed it in your in your system? and which are the processes running in your system. So all this information is available here. If you want to generate a report of this, you can click on generate report. A nice PDF report will be generated. Once the report is generated, it will go and get saved in the report folder. Here you can see the report is successfully generated. Go to management, reporting, and here you can see there is one report generated. You can click on this download. Your report will be downloaded. You can see the nice report generated by Wazuh. We will see what all other information has been gathered by this agent. We will again go to agent. We click on agent, policy monitoring, not yet collected anything, system auditing. I think, yeah, here it is. And system auditing, you can see there is a policy which is already there, which will again go and check for the benchmark of Windows audit. Time, PCI DSS, regulatory compliance, if you want to go and check. Again, it is not yet collected. GDPR, not yet collected. Yeah, it is there. But data is not there. It is still being captured in the backend. Here you can see some of the data is coming. So to a medium scale company, instead of going and buying expensive tools for monitoring purpose, you can go with this. You can deploy it on your own. You can configure a cluster if you are having a huge environment, and start utilizing this. So it is giving a good report, good monitoring. We can also utilize uh, Kibana to create a dashboard. Different visualization can be created using Kibana. We will be creating a separate video for that Kibana, how we can create the visualization using the Wazuh logs. Uh, so these are all the things which we have seen for from the Wazuh point of view, agent point of view, and these are all the reports which are there. And if you want to go and see the raw report, just click on discover. In discover, you can see that all the logs which are coming from your agent is being displayed here in the raw format. So these are all the logs. You can click on this log and you can gain all the other information which is there. From the agent point of view, if you want to go and change the configuration from Windows agent, how to view the configuration of Windows agent, I will just show it to you. Program, we'll just open the agent. From view, you can go to view config file. Here you can see the entire configuration of a Windows agent. Here also you can see that there are different functionalities are there. By default it is somewhere it is enabled, somewhere it is not enabled. So if you want to go and enable certain things, you can go and enable those things as well. Here you can see security configuration, it is currently enabled. Policy monitoring, root check is currently enabled. File integrity monitoring, by default it is enabled, and these all are the things which will be currently being monitored. So these are the directories, these are the registry entries. If you go and make any changes in this particular registry or in this particular folders files, then it will generate an alert, or it will give you a alert in the dashboard. System inventory, by default again it is enabled. If you want to go and make the changes in this, you can make the changes here as well. CISCAT, it is currently disabled. If you want to enable, you can enable it. OS query integration, again it is disabled. If you want to enable, you can enable it. Then after enabling it, you need to specify the OS query path in your system. You need to download OS query packages, and you need to download and install it in your system. So it's a